Crafts.
Welcome back to another deck profile. Today, I got a competitive Dragon Link deck profile for you guys for the November 2024 formats. Dragon Link's one of my favorite decks of all time. This deck has received so many direct and indirect hits on the ban list. It is actually insane and a miracle that it's even still remotely playable to an extent. Anyways, without wasting any more time, let's just get straight into this deck profile. So starting off with the main deck, we have triple copies of Black Metal Dragon with 1-for-1 because we really want to get to this card. This card by itself is 3 disruptions and at worst gives your opponents 2 draws off of a Fuwalos or Purulia. So this guy, now once per turn, if he's sent from field to the grave, he searches a Red Eyes card. And he can also like equip himself to a Red Eyes card and give it like 600 attack. But like that part's like pretty irrelevant. And our search targets, we have 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Do not at me about the gold rare, I will get a QCR. And Black Full Metal Dragon. And then with the this guy right here, Full Metal Dragon, we have to play the 1 Max Metamorph. So this guy, or this card, you have to tribute a face up monster and then summon a monster from the deck that mentions Max Metamorph. That would be an appropriate target, and then you can equip it to this. And then it makes it immune, or it can't be targeted or destroyed by monster and spell effects. So this guy becomes pretty hard to out, especially on a 3800 body. Also this does give a 400 attack. Yeah, very hard card to out. So this is it for the small Red Eyes package. I really wish I could, play more Black Metal Dragons, but I'll save that for the discussion part of the video if I even decide to do that and not forget about it like a raging retard. Next up for a Bestial package, we got everybody's favorite light dragon. Got triple Bestial Rebellions. I got double Druid Worm, double Saronir, 1 Magnemite, and 1 Baldrake. I really have been liking this ratio of double Saronir and double Druid Worm, because Saronir just kind of feels, it doesn't feel as good nowadays, especially with something like Druid Worm just being able to help break boards going second. It's too good. It's really good. And then of course Magnemite's insane. Baldrake is, I kind of want to try out 2 copies of this with like a higher Bestial count, but I'd have to mess around with that. And then triple Rebellion, no complaints there. Card just searches your Bestials for turn 1 and just gets your regained on board, which by the way we were playing 2 regains and 0 Beast, because Beast is a very bad card. It's like not a bad card, but drawing it going second makes it a bad card. It just doesn't do anything. So double regain, you could get away with 1 regain, but in case your opponent outs one of them, you have the second one. And just hard opening regain really isn't bad either. It's just it's a cracked card. It gives you a lot of resources. It literally regains you a lot of resources. Terrible pun, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's it for our Bestial lineup. Now for our Chaos Dragon lineup, or whatever you want to call this, we got triple Safeberts, 1 black, 1 white, and 1 Chaos Space because it's at 1, unfortunately. This is just OG 1 card Dragon Link combo right here. Just not as good nowadays because Black Metal exists. And we are still on the Rocket package because I am a sucker for these cards. So we got a double Tracer, 1 Caliber. I do like the utility that this card has. 1 Recharger, 1 Router to send off Ravine to get your rockets. Quick Launch because this card is still insane, and even better with Fuwalos because you can just chain this to Fuwalos and avoid giving your opponent a draw and get a body on field. And instead in the 1 Bootsack the Launch, which does like to stay in my hand a lot. No complaints about this package, just standard Dragon Link stuff right here. So this is something I've been trying out, and it hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been like extraordinary either. But playing double Dark End Evaporation Dragon and just round off our Dragon Link cards. We got Ravine here, but the Dark End Dragon here. So this guy lets you fusion summon into like a Dragon Fusion or something like that. But also he can get himself in the field by banishing a level 8 Dragon from your extra deck, which you do play 2. On top of being able to fusion summon, he can just randomly pop an opponent's monster that's in face up attack position. So he isn't terrible going second theoretically, because you could just summon him, bait out in the gate or something like that, and just pop off from there. So I just haven't been drawing it enough. So it's like I can't get a good grasp on if this is good enough to keep playing, but I'll talk more on that when we get to the extra deck and Ravine. You have to play it, just gets all your dragons in grave. And then for our non-engine, as of right now, we're just on triple Fuwalos because we can just discard it off Ravine if we don't need it, and Call by the Grave. Fox Shifter. That's it for our main deck. Now off to the extra deck. Alright, for our extra deck, we have 1 Borland Dragon because this card is a custom card. We have 1 Boral Sword Dragon because I am still stuck in 2018. And then for our fusions, playing a Lightning Darkness Dragon Overlord. It honestly hasn't been too bad, but it hasn't been like super amazing either. It's like I have it on the field. It's pretty cool. Again, I don't draw the Darkened Dragon enough to be able to tell you guys if this is like really good or not. I am thinking about playing Small World in this deck because that could also just search out the Dark End if we need it, or it could get us a Black Metal Dragon as well, because we do play a lot of light dragons and dark dragons, and they're all different levels and stats. So yeah, I'd have to try out the Small World, but it seems like it'd be a good idea. I also want to go above like 40 cards because I'm tired of drawing my bricks. Yeah, welcome to Dragon Link Brick Central. So yeah, this guy is just 3 negates, 3 mandatory negates, so you gotta watch out for that. We got Chaos Torsos Dragon as one of our targets for Light and Darkness, and sort of another target, but not really. We have Scarlet. This card's also really good for time as well, and it's good for like rogue matchups too, so you just blow up the entire field and just, yeah, sayonara. Rounding out the Synchros, we got Chaos Angel and Bestial Dispatter. No explanation why we need to play these. These cards are insane. Now for the rest of our links, we got 1 Striker Dragon, because it is at 1. I would play 2 if it went back to 3. 1 Pisty, so he's our sole survivor. Heretic Seals, the FTK. We got 1 Dragonity Knight Romulus. 1 SP Little Knight. I surprisingly did not make this card a lot. 1 Dark. I also surprisingly haven't made this card a lot either. The times where I could make it, it's like it doesn't really help me get anywhere. So I don't know how to feel about these two. I mean, okay, I guess SP is kind of mandatory, but Dark, I don't know how to feel about Dark. I'd never summon this card. What I do summon occasionally is Triple Burst. This plus Pisty helps you get into your Borland Dragon, and Access Code just because I need more ways of popping cards on the field. Fun fact. This guy also can just pop cards too, so you can go special Darken, banish a Scarlet to summon, and then use the effect to fuse with like a bunch of other dragons. You make Star Source, and then I just popped a bunch of cards. So like I said, I haven't drawn this card enough to know if it's like really good or not, so I don't know, I might have to bump this up or just actually commit to playing Small World. But that's it for the extra deck. Now off to the side deck. The side deck was really mid, I'm gonna be real with you. My triple droplets. For some reason, every time I draw this card, there's usually a fusion monster on board that just negate it or attributes itself for cost to negate it. So I'm probably gonna swap this out for Dark Ruler. I really do not know why that happened. If I had like a nickel for every time something like that happened, I would only have 2, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Cosmic. This card is insane. Love this card. Talents. This card is not insane. Due to the Branded, seemed like it'd be a decent tech card because you can just search it off with Belling, and now like anytime your opponent fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link summons, their materials get banished. I'd much rather just be placing regains. So yeah, sorry Branded 2, not gonna be staying. Dimensional Barrier, I haven't really cited this against anybody, but what I have been citing against people is different dimension grounds. This card is actually FTK against Snake Eyes. Alright, I'm going to show off a couple of, I guess, 1-card combos, or yeah, I'll show off a 1-card combo that plays under Fulos, and just another combo that utilizes this card. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so just Black Metal combo gives you 3 disruptions, and again, like 2 draws if you're under Fulos or Purulea each. So, just normal summon Black Metal Dragon, link that off into Striker Dragon, you'll go... Glare. You'll go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. You want to chain block this as much as you can because this card is very important. So Striker Dragon is going to search the Boot Sector launch. And then Black Metal searches the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then you get a banish Striker Dragon to summon Red Eyes Darkness. Red Eyes Darkness summons this back. And then you can link those 2 off into a Heretic Seal. And then Black Metal Dragon searches out Black Full Metal Dragon. And then you activate Black Full Metal Dragon, shuffle it back into the deck. To set Max Metamorph. Doesn't look like much, but on your opponent's turn, you can go Spheres, bounce something your opponent controls, and then that triggers off its other effects. You can either summon out Bestial Magnema or Druid Swarm, depending on what you need. You summon Magnema if you know your opponent's really bad at the game, or Druid Swarm if you need more ways to stop your opponent. So you summon the Druid Swarm, and then you can flip the Max Metamorph to tribute this guy. And then you can summon out your Black Full Metal Dragon. And then Jerusalem can send a special summon monster your opponent controls to the graveyard. And then you have a Omni Negate that inflicts damage to your opponent and can't be targeted by monsters or spells or destroyed by monsters and spells. And it's 3,800. So yeah, this guy becomes really hard to out, like I said. So that's the new 1-card combo for the deck. Alright, next combo, if you open up a hand with these cards in it, you get to basically just make the Light and Darkness Dragon guy. Anyways, just speed run this real quick. So just like before, you go Black Metal, link up into Striker Dragon, chain 1, chain 2, search the Red Eyes and Boot Sector. I had that in the completely wrong order. Then banish Striker Dragon, summon Darkness Metal, bring this back, and then immediately link those off into a Heretic Seal. Trigger off Black Metal again to grab your Black Full Metal Dragon, then use its effect, put himself back, grab the Metal Morph. Now you're going to go Bestial Rebellion, search out Magnamut because this card's still really cracked. Then you're going to go Magnamut, banish the Black Metal to summon himself, and then declare its effect. Remember to do that because, yeah, you definitely want that end-phase search. And then you're going to tribute it off with the Rebellion, and then Rebellion is going to place the Regained. And then you're going to go Darkened Evaporation, banish Scarlet or whatever, Star Source if you want to, summon it, then Regain can put back the Scarlet to draw you a card. Then you can go Darkened, Fusion Summon with Rebellion in itself. Make Light and Darkness Dragon. So just like before, then you have your Spheres and your Max Metamorph. You also got Regain too. You also got a in-phase search off Magnamut, and you got 3 whole negates right here. They are mandatory, so make sure your opponent goes through all of its negates first before you start doing anything. If you guys want to see more deck profiles, maybe some Dragon Link test hands or what have you, maybe an updated deck profile with you know, the Small World stuff I was talking about, make sure you leave that in the comments. Hit this like button while you're at it because it's just on the way down, and the subscribe button, it's also like right next to it too. And share this video with your friends because I want more views, subscribers, and people on my Discord, which you should also join by the way. And until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Clocking out.
Please bring back this card. It didn't do anything wrong. It was completely fair, unlike its predecessor, Band before. Please come on me. I want to feel like a rival again. I have a Starlight that I bought. I want to play it again. Please come on me. Please.